welcome to Slices Home. My dad listens to this. I'm Juliet, the daughter.
And I'm Kevin, the dad.
And it's fall, which means it's soup season. But we're talking about Electric Soup, the compilation album of the Hoodoo Gurus from Australia. So, Dad, what do you need to know about the band Down Under?
Well, before that, we need to know, that was a nice intro.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to know that David Faulkner was born October 2nd, 1957 in Perth, Western Australia. He went to Trinity College, which, despite its name, is a boys' day school that covers grades 4 through 12. In 1977, he formed a punk band, The Victims.
Ooh.
He played guitar. James Baker was on drums, not the Secretary of State, and Rudolph V on bass. They lasted 2 years. Their big hit was Television Addict, which is considered one of the great Australian punk songs. In 1979, Dave played keyboards for another band, the Mannequins. He left in 1980 and, along with Baker, formed Les Hoodoo Gurus. There were two other guitarists, Roddy Radalj, which I probably mispronounced that, sorry.
It sounded like Roddy McDowell for a second. I'm like, huh?
Well, it's Radalj.
Okay.
And Kimball Rendell. So it's 3 guitars, 1 drummer, no bass.
That's interesting.
They released their first single, Leilani, in 1982 and dropped the le from their name. Right before Leilani was released, Rendell left and became a music video and movie director. Radalj left because he wasn't happy with Rendell leaving or Dave's growing influence. Because, Dave wrote all the songs because he knew how to write the songs. Anyway, Clyde Bramley came on board to play bass and Brad Shepard joined on guitar. They put out their first album, Stone Age Romeos, named after the Three Stooges short. The Gurus won Best Debut Album at the Countdown Music Awards, which Countdown was like an Australian music version of MTV.
Oh, okay.
They released their first single, My Girl, followed up with I Want You Back. When Stone Age Romeos was released in the United States, it was #1 for 7 weeks
Wow.
on the alternative/college charts.
Well, that's still good.
It's still something. Now, meanwhile, James Baker, not the secretary, was fired due to, quote, a blaze of ill feeling, unquote. So make of that what you will.
I think that involves drugs.
Mark Kingsmill joined to play drums. They toured the U.S. and recorded their second album, Mars Needs Guitars. It hit number 140 on Billboard's 200 Albums charts, and they toured the U.S. again. They toured Europe, selling out London's Hammersmith Pally.
Oh, nice.
And they toured for 2 months with the Bangles, which, amazingly, I never got to see that combo, and I have no idea how I missed it.
Wow.
And they did that like a couple of times. I think there were 2 tours where it was them and the Bangles.
Oh, no. So you really missed the boat.
I really did, yeah. Blow Your Cool came out in 1987, followed by a bigger world tour. Blow hit 120 on the Billboard 200 Albums charts. And in 1988, Richard Grossman replaced Clyde Bramley on bass. Magnum Cum Louder came out in 1989, and it hit 101. And there was more touring. The constant touring of the U.S. got him a loyal following and lots of college radio airplay. Kinky came out in 1991, hitting 172. The compilation album we're going to review, Electric Soup, came out in 1992 and then was re-released again in 1999. The Gurus put out more albums, broke up in 1998, and reformed in 2003. They recorded the song, That's My Team, as a promo theme for the National Rugby League, and donated the profits to breast cancer charities.
Oh, that's nice.
In 2007, they got inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame. ARIA stands for Australian Recording Industry Association, and I think we referenced that in our Kylie Minogue episode.
I think we did, yeah.
And just for a fun fact, when she got inducted in 2011, you know who she got inducted along with?
Who?
The Wiggles.
Aw, that's wholesome. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Is Akadaka in there?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. In 2011, the Gurus got inducted into the Music Victoria Hall of Fame. Drummer Mark Kingsmill retired in 2015. His last performances were 2 concerts that reunited every single Gurus band member. Nick Rieth replaced Mark. Their most recent album was 2020's Chariot of the Gods, and they've been eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since 2007.
I think they should get in.
They should, but they probably won't because not that well known beyond alt rock or college.
Or Australia.
Yeah. Now, as for me, I came to know the Hoodoo Gurus from WBRU because I think they played about half the songs on this compilation, and I liked every one of them, and I'll point out which ones those were. And I think I got this compilation from eBay, so suck it, Amazon. And it just had all the songs I wanted.
All right. Before we start, though, since this album is Electric Soup, Dad, what's your favorite soup?
Does anyone? Oh, got to be Portuguese soup.
Oh, good choice.
Oh yeah, either your Nana's or the one that they make at Phillip Street Hall. That's good stuff.
Good choice. Mine's French onion.
Okay, I can respect that.
Good French onion. Okay, now that we're done talking about the soup, let's talk about the electric part with these songs. Okay, full disclosure, I listened to this on YouTube, 19 tracks in total. So I'm just hoping that the order that the videos were is the order of the album. It seems to be, but if I mess up, we can jump around, okay? First track, What's My Scene?
You are correct.
You gotta understand, before Taylor Swift's Love Story, this was the only song I ever heard that mentioned my name. And as a little kid, I couldn't believe it. I thought they were singing to me. I knew my name was famous, but Mom always said said about Shakespeare's dialogue that those poems were for me. So I always assumed a personal connection whenever this song came up. And I still do because I feel that rush of excitement every time they say my name. For me, what makes this song are two things. First, the opening acoustic guitar, do-do, 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 do-do-do. And second, the drums. I think the drums are my favorite part because as the singer sings the the drums come down really hard. I think the drummers in the studio were trying to create a Phil Collins-esque sound. Is that fair to say?
Well, we'll get behind the scenes of Blow Your Cool a little later.
Okay.
But yeah, you're pretty close.
As for the song, maybe then it's just about Genesis. As for the song itself, I see it about a guy being sick of the dating scene and not knowing what his lines are and wondering when it'll be his turn to be happy in a relationship because he's tired of playing around or being played with. Awesome opening track, and I am heavily biased in its favor.
Okay, this is from Blow Your Cool, and I first heard this song on WBRU. And it starts off with the lyric, and another thing I've been wondering lately. So it's kind of like we're in the middle of the song?
Middle of a train of thought.
Yeah,
But he's finally
yeah.
starting to verbalize it.
And that line shows up at the end as well, so we won't know what David Faulkner's final thing is that he's been wondering about. We're just kind of...
Maybe we're not supposed to know.
It's just midstream, which is like life, I suppose. Yeah, it seems like Dave is trying to meet someone, but he needs some sort of direction on how to go about it. Like, what should he do? What should he say? Basically, how should he act? Hence, what's my scene? And where is this Juliet baby anyway?
She's dead.
Oh,
Just like the play.
but you're alive, so, where there is life, there is hope.
Because I never met a Romeo, except that one time when I went to Mike's company tailgate, and his boss's husband's name was Romeo.
No way.
Yeah, he didn't meet me, but I looked at Mike and I went, okay, well, if I meet him, I guess I gotta go die.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, musically, this is great power pop, and it's very catchy, and you get not one, but two sing-along choruses.
Next track, Bittersweet. I'm pretty sure the instrument in the opening was a synth, but it really took me aback because musically it was so different from the previous track that used all real instruments, acoustic instruments. But then the guitar eventually came in, and I realized I had heard the song before, but it was very faint in my memory. From those opening lyrics, it kind of sounded almost like a knight talking about a courtly love. It kind of struck me as a similar vibe to the Rolling Stones' Lady Jane, but without Mick being a jerk. Then, as soon as they started singing the chorus of Don't Cry, I realized, I had heard this song before, but more specifically, I heard Dad singing along to it in the car radio. This song is definitely bittersweet, and I admire how the man singer is very vulnerable about his feelings, how he was hurt by this toxic relationship. He remembers the good times, but he remembers the bad too, and he recognizes that he has to separate himself from this person as much as possible, because it's just not healthy. However, if he sees them in passing, all the emotions come flooding back. And I'd love to know who the lady singer was that's featured on this song because she did a very nice job of providing a vocal musical accent. In conclusion, we need more courtly love songs that are poetic like this. But is it my favorite? No, that still belongs to the first track. Let's see where we go from there.
Okay, this is from Mars Needs Guitars, and that title came from a movie called Mars Needs Women.
Or that animated movie that came out that flopped, Mars Needs Moms.
No way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway.
anyway, I first heard this on BRU, and this is one of Dave's early attempts to be more straightforward and serious in his songwriting. Pretty sure he nailed it.
Yeah, it works.
He wasn't sure if the band would want to play it or if the audience would even want to hear it. And he said, quote, I was happily wrong on both counts, unquote. And yeah, I like how he compares his ex to a sword and his heart got carved by the pound and he tried to hold her, quote, but time has won and I never could be that strong, unquote. And now when they meet, it's always bittersweet, right down to his tears. And even when they meet like that, he'll hold her like a sword, but he's not on the cutting end. And he makes sure that she won't cut him like before. And I think the music captures the mood perfectly. It's both sweet and bitter.
Next track, Come Anytime. From my point of view, this song is about a gigolo and you can't change my mind.
Oh, you can't.
I take it as him trying to seduce a client and reassuring her nothing she wants will be too outlandish for him. After all, as he says, they've butchered every sacred cow already. And it's very playful and flirty, like, see what a great pair we are together. We could be a good team if you want to get in this full time. Or maybe also we could be a little bit more outsiders if you want. This is a very playful seduction song, and again, if you look at it from the point of view of a gigolo, I love it even more.
This is from Magnum Cum Louder, and again, I first heard it on BIU. And Dave described this song as, quote, a romantic song about an unromantic subject, but you can reverse the adjectives, and the statement would be equally correct,
Yeah.
unquote. And that is Dave Faulkner, male prostitute?
P.I.
MP.
MP.
Or, yeah, gigolo, I guess, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
He's being a kept man because he sings, I'm a man of leisure, I await your pleasure, and maybe I'm a gun for hire. Gun. And he's just got this repeat customer. They just kept coming back and back and back. And like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. We've butchered every sacred cow. All that and a very catchy chorus. I mean, that's one thing. These songs are just really catchy.
That reminds me, to go on a side tangent, you need to watch Breaking Bad, because I'm thinking about one of the prostitute characters on that show, and oh boy.
I'll get there eventually.
It's on Netflix.
I still got to finish Curb.
Next track, My Girl. First note, no, not that one. Very nice soft opening. Notes are played softly and gently. Man finds out the hard way that his relationship was one-sided. It's not that she doesn't love him anymore, it's that she never did. And she's already left him for another man. What's hilarious is that if you watch the music video, My Girl is the name of the singer's greyhound who loses at the racetrack. But he still loves his dog no matter what, so that's nice at least. Gentle breakup song, but doesn't leave as much of a lingering effect as Bittersweet.
This is from Stone Age Romeos, and it's pretty straightforward. Dave and his girl go to a dance. He doesn't see her all night, and a friend tells Dave that they saw her with another boy. He finds her alone. She wants to go home. He asks her who she was with, and she lies, no one. And then Dave, right at that point, knows it's over. But thanks to the video, people thought it was about a dog. And Dave said My Girl was meant for a never-made home movie called, wait for it, Gidget Goes Ape.
Oh, like the Gidget movies with James Darren and Doris Day?
I don't think it was Doris Day, Sandra Dee, I believe.
Sorry.
Yeah. And the music definitely conveys the sadness of Dave's situation, especially those keyboards. And as an aside, it's really tough to name a song My Girl, as if you're of a certain age, the first thing you think of is the Temptations song.
Which I'd heard before. You sent it to me, but I'm like, oh no, I've heard this song.
Well, I thought, just in case. I got to cover myself.
Next track, 1,000 Miles Away. This song hits a little too close to home because I'm the one that makes travel arrangements for everyone in our office, including my boss. And this made me feel empathy for my boss because she gets up early for business trips and she has a mountain of work to face her when she gets back. It's not like she can go have fun either. She's got to be responsible. And she's by herself in the hotel room without her son or her husband or her mom or her sister. Must be a very lonely feeling. And the Hoodoo Gurus are right. Must be as lonely at the top as it is on the bottom. But for more on that, see the Randy Newman song, Lonely at the Top. Because sometimes it is. So if you're a fellow admin who makes all the travel arrangements like me, do yourself a favor and skip this one, because not only will you be thinking about work, you'll get pretty depressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1,000 miles away from Kinky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, businessman is traveling here, there, everywhere, spends half his life in airports, doing crosswords, which I respect, or trying to sleep, or just hanging out at the airport bar.
Wasn't that a movie with George Clooney?
Up in the air?
Yeah, was that any good?
That was the first thing I thought of. I highly recommend it. I saw it.
Okay.
Very, very good. He may do. Let me tell you, he may do.
Oh yeah, I know about that part.
But then yoink, which I'm not going to tell you what the yoink is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's told he's going places, and his reaction is, quote, I might arrive, but I'll be gone the very next day, unquote. He talks about how he promised himself to make some time, quote, but right now I've got no time for yesterday. Yesterday's 1,000 miles away, unquote. And all this being on the road or in the air has led to a disconnect with people. Because at the end he sings, what was that you were trying to say? I guess I was 1,000 miles away, mentally. A melancholy rocker, this one.
Next track, I Want You Back. My next note. No, not that
Not
one
the Jackson
either.
5 song. Oh, good. I didn't even think of that.
All right, a bit harder strumming than we're used to on this album, but I'm here for it. Guy and his girlfriend broke up and she's not handling it well, spreading rumors, and they came back to guess who. He's washed his hands of her since, but knows that's only a matter of time before she comes back and says, I want you back. But she doesn't mean it. She's just spiraling now that she's truly alone, and he knows not to believe her. Very empowering breakup song about not giving in to what other people want because you can see right through them. And most importantly, you have your dignity. As Iggy says in Cry for Love, my self-respect took second place. Don't be like Iggy. Don't be like Iggy.
Okay. This is from Stone Age Romeos, and again, I first heard it on BRU. So yeah, she left Dave. She talks smack about him and his friends. He'll never believe her again. She's the one saying, I want you back. And she may actually believe that, but Dave just writes her off as being confused. Quote, she's not worth the time I had to lose, unquote. Then, come 2007, Dave said this song was about when Rod Radalj left the Hoodoo Gurus. Rod was slagging the Gurus, so Dave wrote this song. But he says it's not really I want you back so much as you'll wish you were back. You son of a... Anyway, the music is angry and bitter as Dave is, but in a power pop way. It's catchy anger and bitterness.
Sure, yeah. Next track, Axe Grinder. I think maybe I was too tired when I listened to this song. It didn't pump me up, didn't make me go hell yeah. I like how the character of the song sticks to his guns. He's an axe grinder, gonna call it like it is, no bullshitting anyone. The way he sees it, he cuts everyone down to size. The people he cuts down might not appreciate it, but I respect it. I like the story of the song more than the music.
This is from Magnum Cum Laude, and the axe grinder's got it going on. Keen edge, nerves of steel, bronze skin, silver tongued with a heart of gold. Blood runs hot. Doesn't leave room for any doubt, and above all, he wants to know, do you want to grind with him tonight? And the music's pretty straightforward, grinding away, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think lyrically and musically, this was their AC/DC move, a fellow Australian band you may possibly have heard of.
Yes, possibly.
All 4 band members wrote this one, and Dave Faulkner later said it was the song that killed Magnum Cum Laude. Come Any Time got the Gurus airplay, but Axe Grinder just stopped everything cold. Though it did go on to be one of the band's biggest concert showstoppers. So I don't know if it stopped the shows cold as well. Anyway, it's an okay song. I don't hate it. I've never skipped past it, but not really my favorite.
Next track, The Generation Gap. The title of this alone reminds me of a line from Stephen Sondheim's Company, where the character Joanne, who's very much drunk, states how she and her friends are too young for the old people and too old for the young ones. Therefore, they are the generation gap, which she exclaims loudly. I like how this song puts a spin on the term generation gap. There's already a disconnect between the generations, but one generation lying to another is just going to keep increasing the divide. Parents smoking joints and keeping it from their kids, preachers telling their congregation not to drink when they've got an empty liquor bottle in the trash. It's more so about hypocrisy, but I like how they tell off the older generation for it. The wah-wah-wahs add to the vibe of the song Enough Already. The wah-wah-wahs add to the vibe of Enough Already. And as soon as they say shut up, the music stops completely. The song made its point very well. Now, I know this is a cover, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that, but you do your spiel first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
just because I want to learn more
Unusual.
about the lady who did it.
Okay.
I liked her PTA song that you sent me too.
Okay, yeah, this was issued as a single. It was written by Charlie Craig, Betty Craig, and Jim Hayner. It was first recorded by Jeannie C. Riley in 1970. It made it as far as number 62 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. The Gurus came out with their own version as a single in 1988. It's not an age thing, but like you said about hypocrisy, and all I can think of is Linus and his sincere pumpkin patch. Yeah, and as you pointed out, preacher says drinking is a sin that we'll have to pay for. Well, tell me, what's that liquor bottle doing on the dash of his car? See, it's better to be a preacher than a priest because, you can like get married, have kids, and have liquor on your dashboard in your car.
Or be a deacon.
Yeah, I suppose. And after all these years, I finally listened to Jeannie C's original version, and the thing, as soon as it started with the wah wah wahs, I thought, oh my God, the Gurus did this so much better.
Yeah, because you know what I thought of hers? I thought, oh, this is the Schoolhouse Rock version. It sounds like something Schoolhouse Rock would have done.
I think you are correct.
Yeah, and so I couldn't buy it because I'm like, Schoolhouse Rock would never put this on TV in a million years.
Yeah, the Gurus did it better. Their version rocks out, and the wah-wahs are harder edged than Genie's, and also it's more like wah, 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 like, yeah, you're just talking loud and saying nothing. And
Talking a lot, but you're not saying anything.
and I sent you Harper Valley because that was her huge song. It went to number one,
It deserves it.
and she never saw number one ever again. I don't
But
even
it's a
think
great song.
oh yeah, and I don't even think she saw the top 40 again. But yeah,
Oh, that's sad.
they even made a movie out of it starring Barbara Eden.
Was it any good?
Never saw it.
And who's Barbara Eden again?
Genie from I Dream of Genie.
Oh, okay, in the lamp.
Yep.
Next track, Death Defying. Very sobering song about not wasting our time. First, we have a brief reference to history, how all the explorers' discoveries didn't matter because they ended up in the ground. And then it gets a bit more personal, the twist in the knife. All my friends are dead or they're dying, and our laughter turns into crying. It's death-defying. It just smarts. They try to put a positive message in at the end, but it does make you face your own mortality. So much so that the gloominess stays with you, even as they try to give you a happy moral. Listen carefully.
Yeah, this is a single-only version. The original version is on Mars Needs Guitars. Yes, I'm going to say it like that every time. Dave said he wrote this about losing friends to AIDS in the mid-'80s, which he saw about, friends dying around him.
Yeah.
He also said when the Gurus were filming the video, they found out about the Challenger space shuttle explosion.
Oh, shit.
So all around, not a happy song.
You know Big Bird was supposed to be on the Challenger?
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole video about it.
Yikes.
But they decided not to.
Good move on that part.
Yep, anyway.
Still flightless. The band plays subdued, catchy as always, but yeah, this is definitely a subdued song.
Next track, A Place in the Sun. I love the echo they use on his voice the third time he sings A Place in the Sun. The music sounds hazy, but I think they're trying to capture the haziness of the sun. This isn't a song you dance to at a club. It's more so the song that plays at a club when people want a song not to bump and grind to, but suggestively undulate so people can go hook up later. You know the one. And that's what this is, a suggestive hookup song. I love how he makes the argument people died so we could bone, so let's do it. That's pretty ballsy. Good club music, but I don't think I'd listen to it outside of a club context.
Okay, this is from Kinky. I thought it was Dave was just trying to get this girl to get out into the world because he sings, don't wait, procrastinate, take a chance if you dare, don't stay hidden away when you could be in the sun. And I thought it was like, so there's a place for everyone in the sun. You just got to get out there and shine your ass off. And with that kind of a theme, you think the music would be poppy and bright and sunshiny. However, it's slow with that sinuous guitar riff that works its way through the whole song. I'd be willing to go with the undulating thing that you came up with.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, considering the theme, kind of unexpected musically. I like it.
Next track. Okay, I forget. Was it pronounced Toho or Tojo?
Tojo.
Tojo.
Never made it to Darwin.
I am lost because I think you have to be Australian to understand this song.
There's a couple of things going on, definitely.
Apparently, this is a response to a song called Santa Never Made It to Darwin, and also kind of about how the Japanese never invaded Australia. Wikipedia wasn't too helpful here, so as the ignorant American, I desperately need context. If you're from Oz, though, I bet this song really hits home.
Okay, this is from Stone Age Romeos. And yes, Dave said this was an answer song to a 1975 tune called Santa Never Made It to Darwin, recorded by Bill and Boyd. Their song was recorded to raise money for the victims of Cyclone Tracy, hence, that's why her name gets mentioned in the song, which destroyed Darwin, the capital of North Territory, Australia.
Oh.
Now, Dave's song also refers to World War II Japanese General slash Prime Minister Hideki Tojo. The Japanese army invaded New Guinea, but they failed to reach Australia thanks to the resistance. In the song, Dave's girlfriend, Tracy, like the cyclone, is leaving him on Christmas Day. She says, I've got to blow, pun intended, and then she's, my pun, gone like the wind. But before she leaves, she tells him Tojo never made it to Darwin.
Which, why would she say that?
I don't know. It's kind of convoluted, but it's all there. Because maybe, Cyclone Tracy just made it to Darwin and didn't make it to all of Australia.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. But I gotta say, I like this song better than I used to. Not lyrically, because it's confusing, but
Yes.
musically, it's never been a favorite of mine, but it's grown on me.
So would you listen to it for Christmas? Because technically it takes place on Christmas.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Lion in Winter is more of a Christmas movie than
Because they
Die
do have
Hard is.
presents and some sort of sad-looking tree.
Yeah, they have a tree.
Yeah.
A tombstone. Elena, you spoil me. Anyway, next track, Middle of the Land. This was one of those rare times where I tuned the lyrics out and just listened to the music. The opening drums sounded like a drum machine with their intensity and unique sound quality, and the yas were so catchy. Plus, the lead singer started riffing at one point, and I marveled at how he was able to run up and down the notes so fast. I can tell they're trying to impart a message, but I was only focused on the music, vibing and having a good time.
This is from Below Your Cool. I kind of got the idea that this song is like about, be aware of what's going on around you. Think for yourself. Watch out for people who tell you what you want to hear, because they're just trying to suck you in. And yes, boy, the drums are loud on this one. And so I did some more digging and found some other non-Wikipedia site. The Gurus felt this was the most 80s of their albums from the 1980s because they were at the mercy of Elektra Records, who said, we need a hit, guys, so you're going to work with this producer. And their sound was a little cleaner and shinier and kind of really wasn't representative of their previous albums. But with their next album, Magna Cum Laude, they were on a new label, which I think was RCA, and the Gurus got back to their original sound by producing that record themselves. So that's why it sounds like it sounds.
Next track, Good Times. Not to be confused with the Norman Lear sitcom. If you haven't seen the music video for this song, I highly recommend it. It's the band going to New Orleans to celebrate Mardi Gras. Why? Because let the good times roll. I was grinning from ear to ear watching them march in the parade, meeting residents, eating together, laughing on the car ride down. Absolute joy. The song is about a couple reconnecting and getting back together, which is very rare. People say the surest sign someone loves you is you let them go and they return, and if they don't, they were never yours in the first place. To which I say, nope. I don't buy into the promise of the song at all, but boy, did this video make me smile.
And again, I think it was because it's from Blow Your Cool, so it was like, okay, guys, you got to come up with a hit. You got to come up with something. And so they got the Bangles on background vocals. And
Oh, that's who it
I
is.
first heard this on WBRU, and yeah, it definitely was the Gurus' bid for a hit in the U.S. beyond college radio, and it didn't work, which I can't figure out why, because I thought all the elements were there. Feel-good lyrics, sunshiny pop, catchy chorus, Bangles on the background vocals, and still nothing. But I still have the 45.
Nice.
And I even wrote a review of it for a local weekly. I think it was called OK Go. And I said, if this song doesn't become a hit, I'd eat my underwear, the clean pair anyway, which I still have not gotten around to doing that. Maybe someday.
No.
Not now.
No. Next track, Castles in the Air. Not like Miyazaki's Castle in the Sky. You know how the last song had a Mardi Gras parade? This is a red flag parade. I need red flag guy from YouTube to start waving that thing around. Oh yeah, he reacts to shorts about people and their partners that have gone viral because the partner is either totally amazing or the partner is totally awful. So he runs into a field and he's got either a red flag or a green flag, and then depending on what happens, he runs around with one of them. Look him up. Anyway, this poor person was dreaming of building a castle in the air with his partner. But that's the thing about that fantasy. It can never come true because castles in the air don't exist. Just like a healthy relationship with these two people don't exist. Equal pleasure and equal pain, heaven and hell existing at the same time? Bro, just leave. And then it's the forlorn 80s ballad. Get up and leave. Can you tell I've been reading The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins? I feel like Edna Mode. Pull yourself together. Less sighing and dreaming, more pack your bags and leaving.
Oh, good Lord.
What?
That almost rhymed. This is from Kinky. So Dave built a castle in the air, a home to leave behind, the weight of the worldly care. I thought we could fly, we only had to try. But then reality smacks him in the head. He had to learn fast, and he learned that heaven and hell can be the same, and every pleasure holds an equal amount of pain. Kind of like Newton's third law, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Which, as Lester the Rat from Beekman would say, is that how come every time I kiss a girl she throws up?
That could be.
That's Newton's third law of breath mints, but anyway.
And it seems like that reality makes him melancholy and wistful for days when it was easier. But they have each other, but with strings attached to each other, they're kind of like tied together. But still, Dave is optimistic that they can take flight. And I think the music captures not only the sad reality of life's complications, but also the hinted hope at the end.
Next track, Leilani. Not to be confused with Bing Crosby's Sweet Leilani, but you can listen to our episode on Bing for that. Oh my god, this got dark. Leilani is the daughter of an island chief. Based on the band being from Australia, I'm assuming Maori, which is more New Zealand, or Samoan, maybe. So she's living her best life with her boyfriend until it's sacrifice time and Leilani gets thrown into the volcano. And the poor boyfriend is just sitting on the beach in a daze with nothing to live for now that she's gone. The end. I mostly feel bad for Leilani because, she's dead. And I wonder if any of Australia's Aborigines were offended, particularly with the foreign language the band starts speaking. Could be real, could be fake. Without knowing if the Aborigines were cool with it or not, I'll let them speak for themselves. I do think a music video for this would have been cool, especially in the days of MTV, now extinct. This song just makes me disappointed that the music video doesn't exist, although they're able to create some cool sound effects in the studio with a surfing guitar, resonant gongs, creating vibrations, echoey singers, and a sustained note at the end.
There is a video.
There is.
But it's just the band playing. Like it looks like they're on some sort of TV show because you got all these people dancing around. So it's kind of like they're
doing the sacrifice dance.
They're lip syncing and they're just playing the song. So this is the single version. Leilani sacrificed herself to a volcano, and her boyfriend begged her not to do it, but she did it for the good of the tribe. And he sits on the beach missing her. And he realizes that she's dead, but at least her death had a purpose, and his life is just a waste.
Which, ouch!
Yeah. Now, oh boy, this is the single version, and it's the first thing they ever released, and oh my god, it just sounds awful. I have always hated it.
You hate this song?
Just the sound of the song. Now, hear me out, because you listen to it and it sounds like it's in mono, and everything just sounds very faint.
I listened to it without headphones, to be fair.
Okay.
So
now,
that might have had something to do with it. Don't know.
For me, it's hard to hear the lyrics, and it's not real tuneful. But then I heard the 2005 remastered album version from Stone Age Romeos. Holy shit.
A lot better?
It sounds absolutely great.
Maybe that's the one that got uploaded to YouTube.
And the thing is, it's even a minute longer than the original single. And I don't mind that extra minute because it is phenomenal. I couldn't believe it was the same song.
So they fixed it.
I love the Stone Age Romeos album version, not the single version. Big difference.
Next track, Poison Pen. Here's my Poison Pen story. One time, someone I knew really pissed me off, and I was not having it.
Do I know this person?
Yes. So what did I do? I wrote a script where they made a brutal end, relished every minute of it, and sent it to Darian to record. Oh yeah, and that script contained everything they did in detail.
Uh-oh.
I've also done this with another person in my life and sent that script to my pal Dade. Why? Because if they couldn't face their comeuppance in this life, then I was going to make damn sure they did in a fantasy one. But this song is a good reprimand of sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never harm you. The caveat to that adage is only if you let them hurt you. The band talks about people being hurt by the written word and breakup letters, divorce letters, and rumors flying around. It reminds me of Harriet the Spy when all the kids at the school discover her diary and what she really thinks of them. I was always so sad for her in that moment. Anyway, this is a cautionary tale. Be careful what you write about other people because you never know if they might see it, especially in the days of the internet. But I know that when the time comes for me, the pen will fly right across the page with fluid rage and it's gonna feel so good.
Can I go now?
You're fine.
Okay. This is from Mars Needs Guitars, and I first heard this song on BRU, and it's really bitter breakup or possibly divorce, since Dave does spell out that word. Rumors are going round, being written down in ink as black as night, and then Dave finds out one of his friends picked up that poison pen and wrote about him. And I've always thought the music was just as bitter as the lyrics, and I love this song.
Next track, Another World.
Not the soap opera.
The music video for this opens up with a Rod Serling-esque line delivery, and the aliens all sound like Beaker from the Muppets with their trilling as their ship crashes into Earth. The lead singer befriends the aliens and teaches them how to play rock music. Turns out they're pretty darn good. So much so that they disguise themselves as the band and perform as the Hoodoo Gurus on stage. The music video is really charming, to the point where I don't think I'd listen to the song without the context of the video as a whole.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Magnum Cum Louder. And on one level, you could look at this as Dave meeting an alien far from their planet. But to me, there kind of seems to be more to it than that. He sings, "You look like me, you talk like me. I could believe you're human, but late at night I catch your eye and I guess what you're thinking." And it seems like his partner is trying to leave, like it's like whatever they had is over and another world is calling them, and someday they'll get away, but for now, quote, "You can't escape from this gravity. For you, this earth's a prison," unquote. It's like, maybe he won't let her leave, which it's kind of, And it's all delivered with happy music.
Next track, like, wow, Wipeout.
Love that title.
Not that Wipeout. If you want two better versions of this song, put on Susie Q for I Like the Way You Walk, or Thunder Road, You Ain't a Beauty, but You're Alright.
Oh, thanks.
I think
No, I mean, think of that. Hey, you ain't
Yeah.
a beauty. You don't look that great, but you'll do for me.
Screw you too, Bruce.
It's like I'm taking sloppy seconds.
But she's probably so in love with Bruce Springsteen and how he looked back then, she doesn't care. Like, I'm sleeping with the boss, I don't care what he calls me.
What did we say about Iggy?
Oh yeah, my self-respect took second place.
Mm.
But it's Bruce Springsteen, so... Anyway, I think the reason I don't buy this is because in the music video, there are a couple of moments where the lead singer isn't selling it. I don't feel seduced or turned on, and this is kind of muted for the band. Maybe they were saving their energy. Although I do like the playing on the cymbals at the end.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't watch the videos, except for Leilani. That was the only one that I saw the video for. Anyway, yeah, like, wow, Wipeout. I love that title. This is from Mars Needs Guitars, and I first heard it on BIU. And yeah, Dave loves the way she walks, talks, her smile, style. She just wiped him out when he first set eyes on her, and he's just so damn excited every time he sees her. He just like totally loses it. And for me, it's kind of like it's a surf instrumental with lyric, and it's also like Wipeout without the drums, if that makes sense. You're not getting that solo. But man, I just love this song. I just love everything about it.
Final track, Miss Freelove 69. My first note, I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's exactly what you think it's about.
The sitar started and I was intrigued. I'm thinking to myself, please don't suck, please don't suck. But in the music video, the person who lip syncs to I Bet You Think I'm Kinky, Right? appears to be a minor. And I guess she's a 40-year-old girl now, which, I didn't know how to feel about that. I love this song, though. Group of friends get drunk and have a kinky orgy. The disgruntled neighbors call the cops, and even the cops get in on it. I love the strumming of the rhythm guitar here, the key they set it in, and that instrument, which I don't know the name of, but it goes wow, 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 wow. And it's used in Bread's song If, What's yeah? What's the name of that instrument?
I don't know.
Okay, I call it the wow wow
Maybe
wow
some sort
instrument.
of guitar echo thing.
Okay,
If anyone knows, please let us know what that.
but it fits the era of the song that they're setting this in. And the music video is fun with everyone dancing. I think my favorite lyric is, "It could be just a passing fad, but think about the fun we had the last time you decided to pass through." That could reference 60s free love as a whole. It reminds you of the line in the animated movie Recess School's Out, where the villain, Philliam Benedict, who wants to get rid of recess, says, "Look, Pete, the 60s are over. All that peace and love stuff, yeah, sure, it was great for picking up chicks, but it's not going to help my career." I know some people who are disappointed that the promise of the 60s was never fulfilled, but Hoodoo Gurus reminds people, hey, some great memories came out of it, especially if you had more than a good time with friends.
Yeah. This is from Kinky. Of course it is.
Well, yeah, what
Yeah.
other album could it possibly be
Yeah.
from?
I first heard it on BIU, and Dave said this was based on actual events, and the police really did show up, but they were pretty cool about it, and they did not join in the activity, and they didn't shut anything down.
Well, because what are they going to do? Nobody's taking any substances. They're not outside. They're in the privacy of their own home. The most they could do is be like, okay, this is a noise complaint. This is your warning.
Yeah, keep the groaning down, just
Just a
a little.
tad, yeah.
Yeah, so it's about hippie free love, man, with sake and kinkiness.
With
And-
hot sake,
Yes.
they specify.
And it starts off with a sitar, man, and a voice. I want to say it's sampled from a movie because I read another article where Dave said he illegally put in a sample in the song.
Uh-oh. Well, we're not going to rat him out.
And I was listening to it a couple of times, and I thought, it's got to be the line, "I bet you think I'm kinky, right?" And I did so much digging, I could not find the source for that.
Maybe that's intentional. He buried that movie in its existence so nobody could ever sue him.
He bought up all the copies and bonfired them.
Like George Lucas with the Star Wars Christmas special, except for that one copy that's floating around the internet.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
He bought up the copies?
Yeah, I think he bought all of them. He was just determined to make sure that special never saw the light of day again.
On one hand, thank you, but on the other hand, probably on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, it is on YouTube.
Okay. So, and then we get into the song, which there's a lot of music going on in this thing, as well as a lot of the background voices. So I don't know if they were trying to like musically represent the activity, as it were.
Probably, or just get the general vibe of a party with a lot of people.
And I like the background voices, especially at the end. We hear that ow, ow, ow. But I could not find who those voices belong to. I did like a lot of searching, and there's no credit. I've always liked this song. It's exactly what you think it means. And this was the very last Hoodoo Gurus song that WBRU ever played.
Rest in peace, WBRU.
Yeah.
Overall, what does it say about me that on Spotify I only saved the opening and closing tracks? Not too sure. Hoodoo Gurus is a good band. Australian bands in general are a blind spot for me, but that's one of the reasons I'm glad we do this show. Learn about bands from other corners of the world. Would I recommend this band to listeners? I don't know. Maybe try the hits and then go from there.
Well, this is the hits.
Yeah, these hits.
So my point of view is if you've never heard the Hoodoo Gurus and are a fan of power pop, you owe it to yourself to check out Electric Soup.
Or Australian rock in general.
I highly recommend it, and they really should have been bigger. I blame everyone but me because, I listened to them. Hey, I was a big fan. So, it's on you. It's not on me. You're exempt because, you're just a kid.
Thank you. All right, with that being said, thank you for listening to Latest Installment of My Dad Listens to This. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. The more you interact with the YouTube video, the greater chance we have of appearing on the YouTube homepage. If you follow me on social media, I post the episodes there. If you're friends with my dad, tell him what you want to listen to, and he'll send it to your email right in your inbox. As always, thank you for listening to Latest Installment of My Dad Listens to This. We'll be back next time with another album to nitpick and gripe about. Dad, anything you want to say before we sign off?
Yes, to paraphrase Frank Sinatra or Hedley Lamar, listeners, now go and do that hoodoo that you do so well, or something like that.